football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the San Francisco 49ers. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Rolling to his left. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I think that typically we expect teams to save their home run plays for later in the game when they feel like they have an advantage over a defense. But in this case, they thought they had the advantage right away and took the shot on the first play of the game and completed it successfully.
A first carry for the... The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the San Francisco 49ers. They go play action with Burrow. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And the tackle there by... Quan Alexander.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
This is 3rd down.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he stopped immediately there.
Mixon on the carry.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Jay Reeder brought him down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg. McDonald under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McDonald, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown.
Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Bengals nothing. Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. McKinnon here is complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
The ball carrier.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Show it.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
A gain of 16 yards. And a Bengal first down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Bengals nothing.
Mixon with a first down carry. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 49ers' 49-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
56 and Mike, 56. Check 56. Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Burrow on play action. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's 2nd down.
From midfield now, Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. A toss left. Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Let's go, D.
Burrow will throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go play action with McDonald. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, it's McDonald. Open man is Samuel, complete.
McDonald's pass.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals have recovered it. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you. 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Bengal ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll buy some time right. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A very solid gain of 27. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll give it to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, under pressure, and they got to him again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
You ain't going nowhere. Mike, check. 59.
To throw on second down. McDonald. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but now it'll be third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check 59, Mike is 50. 60 Bison. You go tight. You got tight.
Play action. It's McDonald. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
You know, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bengals will take over here first and 10.
Their own 43-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're starting to put some space here. You know, the first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right? Trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Third down.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first and 10, Joe Burrow. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Here's McDonald off of the play fake. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And that will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A good return there, 17 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
37-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards the pickup there.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, Mixon. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Mixon. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 3rd down, Mixon. And they'll get him down about about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said does. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Throwing again. McDonald. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
He's brought down.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, McDonald. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
4.
Operating from the gun. McDonald completes it to Samuel. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. And a give this time to the tailback. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, McDonald. Flushed out, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Operating from the gun. McDonald taking a shot for Samuel. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
56, check 56. Stop your watch. Switch.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And they go play action now. Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Burrow's pass.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
The Bengals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Burrow. That escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need... And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
49ers 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Corey Littleton there on the tackle. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, McDonald. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for the Niners. And even 50 yards. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Short of the goal line.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now again to the big fullback, Juszczyk. And he's going to take it in. 24-14. And this is going to be snuffed down. The Bengals recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
3rd down.
Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
The Niners take over first.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Off play action. McDonald lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. McDonald eluding the pressure right. Again looking for Samuel, this time the catch made. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So they needed the onside kick. They got it. Now they need a field goal.
And that's the beauty of this. They don't have to get 6. A field goal ties the ball game for them. Nicely executed play.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Rolling to his right. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The tackle by Quan Alexander. A gain of 2 on the play. And this is 3rd down. Today's final score.
Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Niners, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week.